endlessly stream, and the racket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, send us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
If you could join us this evening to celebrate our remarkable honorees here tonight at this inaugural event. Now let me share a little history on the award ceremony with you. The Community Champion Awards program was created 10 years ago in California. In honor of our founder, Dr. C. David Molina, Dr. Molina was very passionate about giving back to the community and helping the underserved, which is the reason Community Champions was started.
Our first local hero tonight is Irma Canfield, a community champion who has committed most of her life to raising awareness and acceptance for those who have autism and other disabilities. For more than 4 years, Irma has been an active board member and volunteer for the Autism Society of Central Texas. Through the years, Irma has organized educational trainings for parents, medical professionals, educators, and first responders. Irma has created an atmosphere of acceptance and camaraderie among the autism community by planning and executing recreational events for their families. Irma is a passionate advocate who works hard to ensure the events are well attended. Last year, more than 500 people attended the holiday party she organized. She's also very active in fundraising, and in fact, she was able to raise almost $10,000 in monetary or in-kind donations. It's because of her unwavering dedication that she is a 2016 Community Champion for Molina. She will be donating her grant back to the Autism Society of Central Texas so they can continue their work together. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Irma.
Thank you, everybody. Because of my son, I have 3 sons, and happily married thanks to my husband for being there. You have to have a person to help support, to be out in the community, to help advocate for, especially when my son, my youngest son, is the one with the dual diagnosis who brought me forth to the disability community. When everyone told me no, I turned it into a yes. So it's never giving up. He is 28 years old. And when other family members feel alone, you are no longer a lone ranger. And just meeting other family members like Lisa Owens, Leslie Mozilla, thank you for being here, and my husband, and my son Rick, and his lovely girlfriend, and Zoe. And I don't know what else to say, but I really appreciate Cynthia. It's like you never know who you're going to run into. We are a small community when it comes to the disability. And when you say autism, and then even Down syndrome or other disability, it's just know that our individuals can live out in the community and be a human, enjoy life, especially social outing. I learned from them. They taught me a lot, and that's where if they are unable to speak, I speak for them, and also those that can speak, even limited, they learn to be self-advocates, and it's huge when it's very powerful when they can speak. And that's one of my buddies, Zach. He also has a disability, but you won't know it because he's unique. And he's very lovable and caring. My son Stephen, who's brought me here into the disability community, and I will continue to advocate as long as I can, and also I'm very involved in the community as well. A lot of committees I am involved when there's a need here in our San Antonio community, especially like the first responders, that's very huge, because my son used to be a runner, bolted out, and that was the need there. And I don't know if you've heard stories when a caregiver had gotten shot, but it's just learning together, being united, never give up. Even a simple hi, a smile makes a difference in everyone's life. Thank you.
Irma, I failed to mention, works with the Autism Society of Central Texas. So I want to apologize and ask them to please come up if they're here so they can talk to us a moment about the organization.
Hi, my name is Lisa Owens, and I'm actually a volunteer for the Autism Society of Central Texas. And when I met Cynthia and she mentioned the community champion to me, I said, oh, there was no even second trying to figure out who to nominate, but it was all the stuff that she does. I was like, how is this woman not recognized already by the community? I mean, it was an honor for me to nominate her. I mean, I thank you very much for giving me that honor to recognize such a very important woman in our community of people with autism and other disabilities.
For more than a decade, Mary Lou has coordinated all the food services and activities such as acquisition, delivery, packaging, and distribution. Because of her work, hundreds of food bags have been given away to hungry individuals and families. In fact, she's currently doubling the food services the community receives and actively promoting the center's emergency food distribution. In addition to helping feed those in need, Mary Lou also began a rummage sale at the center. She's an active church member and devotes her time and talent to many church functions. She leads committees and serves in charity events like the San Antonio Crop Hunger Walk, which raises funds to end hunger. Her selfless work has earned her the title of Volunteer of the Year from the center, and now she's a 2016 Molina HealthCare Community Champions awardee. We are honored to celebrate Mary Lou's dedication to feeding hundreds of people in the community, not only with food, but with her compassion.
For years and a standard bearer for the Christian Center. She has a passion for serving others, but with that passion comes a modesty, where she doesn't want to boast at all. But she does all our food service work, where we have pantry service, emergency food service, baby supply service, plus coordinates all of our volunteers. And Inman is definitely a volunteer organization. It's been around since 1913, 103 years. And it started originally when there was a revolution in Mexico, and there were a lot of people displaced in San Antonio, like 60,000. And this center was set up to service those people. And it's been servicing through child care, after school programs, summer programs, and food service. But Mary Lou is instrumental in coordinating all of our volunteers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, our next winner is Gloria de la Cruz Sandoval. She is, where's Gloria?
I'm here.
Come on up. Gloria, yay, Mom. Gloria is well versed with the world of community involvement. She is a recreation supervisor for the City of San Antonio Parks Department and has proudly served innumerable groups and people throughout the past 25 years. Her commitment to working with children has continued at Esparza Elementary School, where she was the treasurer of the PTA for 4 years. Gloria is very active in her church. For more than a decade, she's led Bible studies in innovative ways. She's positively impacted hundreds of lives. Gloria is a big fan of Gandhi's, and one of her favorite quotes that she shared with us is, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Please join me in congratulating Gloria de la Cruz Sandoval.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is such an honor. But like they read here, I learned when I was a child that the best thing we can do is serve and give back to this world. And I learned that from my parents. My mother, unfortunately, didn't live to see some of my service because I didn't figure it out till she left this world, which was about 20 years ago. But I work for some great people who know that, yes, we do a lot by day, but during the off time, they encourage me to do the things that I do, and I love to do volunteer work. It's my way of giving back, especially like that quote from Gandhi, you know, when you just need to find yourself, you can find it when you start serving others. And it's this fine team here that allows me to do that. You know, I work for a municipality, and so we have to be careful what we do, right? But they do encourage that volunteer work. We couldn't do what we do at Commander's House without the volunteers, and I couldn't do what I've done in all the work I've had, whether it was being a broker in the banking industry or whether it was working for the YMCA. We couldn't do what we do without volunteers, but I happen to be one of those volunteers, so I thank you. Thank you very much. Cindy, Molina, thank you for making us part of your family. Parks and Recs, thank you for what we do.
And it's just always better to give than to receive. I'm glad to see Gloria's finally receiving, because she's been given so much. So she deserves it.
As a behavioral health consultant, JR currently combines his everyday professional work with his passion for helping others by providing private behavioral consultations for adults and children with an array of special needs. He is genuine in his interactions with the people he meets and always takes the time to understand individuals and families in order to ensure he can properly support them. One of the many groups JR provides his therapy services to is the ARC of San Antonio, a nonprofit organization that strives to improve the quality of life for those with intellectual or other disabilities. JR has generously given monetary donations to the organization so they can continue their work, and JR has shown that he's devoted to enriching the lives of others.
Thank you so much for the ARC, for bringing this together. I'll make this short and sweet. I'm very fortunate to have my parents here to share this with me and my family. Heather, the ARC, I don't want to get into Noah's Ark and those kinds of things, but then we paired back then, right? There were tubes that went onto the Ark, and the Ark is also like a bridge. And that's the way I feel about the Ark. For this morning, I was talking to someone, and they asked me about a family that was referred to me about 27 years ago, if I had contact with them. And I got to thinking about it, and it came again from the ARC. So the bridge that they provided to me to allow me to do what I can do for the community. And I guess more so than anything, I appreciate the Molina family now that I'm going to hopefully be able to do more things with y'all and for y'all, and anything I can. Heather, thank you.
And I just want to say we are so appreciative of JR. I've known JR for over 10 years. We've worked with many families that have complex issues, and JR, he takes the family as a whole. He cares about the families. He has passion for the family. I consider him like a life coach for families and for individuals that have disabilities. So JR is our unsung hero at the ARC, and we just really, really appreciate him. So thank you, Molina, for giving us the chance to recognize him.
Maria shows in her everyday actions that she is committed to helping everyone, even every stranger she meets on the street. After Maria, who is a service coordinator at the Salvation Army in San Antonio, saw a homeless man living under a tree next to a baseball field, she took the initiative to introduce herself and help him by conducting all the paperwork necessary for the man to receive disability benefits. She provided him with financial guidance, and eventually he was able to get an apartment with furniture as well as a bike so he could have his own reliable transportation. Maria changed his life. It is directly because of her selfless actions that this man now lives independently. As you can tell from this story, Maria goes above and beyond her work duties to help the community. The man she assisted did not live at her facility. His mother once did a long time ago, but that didn't deter her from bestowing upon him the ultimate act of kindness. Maria exemplifies this genuine humanitarianism every single day, which is why we're excited to honor her as a 2016 Community Champion this evening. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you especially to Molina Health Plan for giving us this opportunity, and we're just doing our work that we've been doing forever, and this is us. And Irma Mellon is always on my back, but thank you so much. And she's the one that nominated me, so I'm just helping the community as much as I can. And as you know, I don't know what it is, but there's always problems coming my way, and I just have to solve them at the time comes. Like that gentleman, it's just I've seen him for a couple of years, and I'm like, I can't just pass by. So I did what I had to do. And I didn't think nothing of it, but just do what I had to do. But I want to thank my family, Francis Gonzalez, Lucy Gonzalez, my daughter Erica Guerrero, my baby granddaughter Ariana, Miguel Renteria, and the staff there. We have, actually I call them staff, but they're volunteers. Thank you for Aubrey, Janie, Gloria Gonzalez, and we have Rita Sanchez and Sandy. And especially also Joey and Jose is right there. They've been supportive at our functions every year, and they're there on a daily basis. Gloria Gonzalez, she mops my floors in my office every day, so I have to thank you, Gloria, for doing what that you do on a daily basis. And I just want to thank you all again, and just for supporting me.
Congratulations, Maria. You're long overdue. We, at this program, we do not help homeless, but she found it in her heart to help this gentleman, and lo and behold, it's a small world. We found out that he was connected to us already many years before. She also does a lot of our activities, and she does a great job when we have our annual parade, and she works tirelessly. And Salvation Army has an award that they call Others, and that truly defines Maria, Others. Thank you so much, Molina, for everything that you're doing to recognize individuals like Maria and all of the other celebrants. Thank you so much.
David is a remarkable man who has the unique and special role of being a foster grandparent at the Catholic Charities of San Antonio's Seton Home. Seton Home is a faith-based women's shelter that aims to break the cycle of poverty by serving disadvantaged mothers. Often these girls are between the ages of 12 and 17, and they've had a hard life. In his 5 years of volunteering at Seton, David has become one of Catholic Charity's most inspirational community leaders. Fueled by his passion to serve those in need, he takes an hour-long bus ride to get to Seton, and then he cares for the children of the young mothers who are then able to focus on finishing their education. David spends 28 hours per week with the toddlers, reading and playing with them and serving their meals. Without a doubt, he's an integral part of the children's lives. Last September, David was asked by one of the young mothers to fill in as her son's grandpa at a school event. My dad did the same thing, and that is so sweet. David agreed, and the young boy was so excited at school when his grandpa showed up that David didn't tell anyone that he wasn't really the boy's biological grandparent. He was honored to be there and brighten the boy's day. David's devotion to the mission of Seton Home has made a huge impact on the emotional and scholastic achievements of the young women, and that is why he's being honored as a 2016 Community Champion.
Thank you.
When I first met and read David's story that my coordinators wrote me, it was one of those stories where I was just inspired and amazed at the amount of dedication and the amount of just love that you show for the mission of Catholic Charities, for Seton Homes, and of course the families that you serve.
All right, before we finish up our awards, I'd like to invite Pearl from Senator Menendez's office. She has a wonderful gift to give you guys on behalf of the senator.
Good evening, my name is Pearl Cruz, and I'm the policy analyst for Senator Jose Menendez. On behalf of the senator, he apologizes that he can't be here tonight. His wife is feeling ill, so he wanted to make sure we're still here and here to congratulate you all. So if we can, one more time, give him a round of applause from the community champions and for Molina HealthCare. On behalf of Senator Jose Menendez, we would like to provide each of y'all with, I don't think I'm going to tell y'all yet. I'd like to open the box, right? It's going to be a little surprise. So here's a certificate of recognition from the Senate of Texas. First to Edema Canfield. We'll go to Mary Lou Gonzalez. Gloria de la Cruz Sandoval. It is to J.R. Cantu. Maria Gonzalez. Mr. David Ramos. If y'all would like to take a second, inside you will find a Texas flag. It was flown over the Texas Capitol in honor of you all. So on behalf of Senator Menendez, thank you for all that you did.
I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank everyone who helped decorate, who helped serve, who helped clean up. It takes a village, and I just appreciate everything that you've done. Drive safely and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.